It's been almost a decade since the Twilight Saga ended, and we know you're missing your favorite vampires just as much as we are.
Hello, I'm Robert.
Say what? Dude.
Hello, I'm Robert.
I'm Kristen.
Hi, I'm Dylan. Join us as we take a look at all the cute and funny moments from the Twilight Saga. On a big production like Twilight, very little is left to chance. But unfortunately, you can't control everything, which leads to some hilarious outtakes.
Yeah! Awesome.
Remember the scene where Bella pulls up in her hideous red pickup in front of Forks High School? Well, Kristen Stewart couldn't get the car door open for a while. And that's not the only time a car door has been a problem.
Hey, tonight we're going to a cool party.
Oops. It's not only vehicles that gave the cast a run for their money. You have to remember the iconic apple scene in the school cafeteria. According to director Catherine Hardwicke, she added this specific detail as a throwback to the cover of the novels. But the scene was almost cut from the film because they couldn't get it just right. The apple was attached to a wire and rolled up Robert Pattinson's leg. With the magic of CGI, the string was made invisible.
Edible art?
Try one more time.
Edible art? One more time, sir, one more time. Edible art?
This is really hard to do.
11 tries later, on the verge of giving up and scrapping the idea altogether, they finally captured the perfect shot. This wasn't the only nod to one of Stephenie Meyer's book covers. In Breaking Dawn, when Edward and Bella take a romantic getaway in Brazil, they play a few games of chess. But the chess pieces are red and white, like the book cover which shows a white queen with a red pawn behind it. How cool! Speaking of cool, or should I say cold, the weather on film sets are notoriously unpredictable. Especially when it comes to shooting outdoor scenes. You can never really predict whether there will be rain or shine on any given day. And sometimes a scene calls for rain, so you have to make it. But rain machines aren't the easiest things to work with, as Kristen shows us.
That's you? Like, I'm drowning. I'm sorry, like... All right. I don't know what you're talking about. This is ridiculous.
Oh dear. And then there are days on set when it's just so cold, like the epic prom scene.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's freezing cold. It's raining. Yeah!
It's going cold. Really cold.
It was so cold that as soon as the director called cut, Kristen and Rob jumped into their very warm parkas. This wasn't the only iconic scene when the weather got the best of him. Stay tuned to find out more. Fun fact, Catherine Hardwicke let Kristen Stewart pick the song that Bella and Edward danced to in the gazebo. Iron and Wine's Flightless Bird, American Mouth. Filming dance scenes can be quite hilarious in themselves, because the music isn't always on. In order to record the actors speaking, most of the extras have to dance in silence. Catherine Hardwicke's tip?
Our number one rule is keep some body part shaking at all times. You never know when the camera's on you.
Speaking of dancing, remember the epic battle scene between the Cullen clan and the Volturi? Did you know that during the filming of Breaking Dawn Part 2, the Cullen clan conspired behind director Bill Condon's back to perform an epic dance-off? Yep, they coordinated with the camera crew to hit play on the music and capture the whole thing unfold. Even the Volturi were surprised. Actress Mia Maestro organized the showdown to the song Sweet Dreams by the Eurythmics. Check it out. I mean, everyone needs to goof off at work every now and then, right?
And the Volturi were standing across the field like, what is happening?
Remembering dance moves must be tough, but have you ever wondered how actors remember their lines for films? I mean, there are a lot of words to remember, along with where to stand and where to look, and to act on top of it all. It's a grueling job, so it's no wonder that sometimes they forget.
We are shooting scene 106, and I knew that.
And someone who seems to forget their lines a lot, Robert.
Tina's little...
I'm sorry, I can't remember anything.
Rob, he's waiting for you.
What? For fuck's sake, what?
Oh, poor Kristen. She looks a little annoyed, and sometimes when people get annoyed, they cuss, which is fair. But when 12-year-old Mackenzie Foy joined the cast, it meant everyone had to watch their language around the little girl. The solution? Well, a swear jar, of course, but that didn't really help much.
You gotta change her! I can't get him out. What's he... Yeah.
And then there was Kristen, too.
God, let's reset.
What's going on?
Mackenzie wouldn't name names or rat anyone out on set, but apparently that swear jar was quite full.
Now, how much money was in your swear jar at the end? What was your total? At least I want. She never got a dime from me.
Speaking of Kristen, she's had her fair share of mishaps, but they don't really seem to ever be her fault.
Sorry. Okay? You felt that one coming.
Come on, boys. Werewolves and vampires don't drop their girls, although they probably shouldn't be falling over themselves.
Rob fell? No, I didn't see Rob fall. I wish I did.
It's no secret that it can be incredibly difficult to remain serious and focused at all times on set, especially after long hours and multiple takes. Especially when you're working with some of your closest friends. Anything can be funny, especially when Robert and Taylor are around.
There was one point when she stops breathing and she's out of it and I have to give her CPR. There were some moments during that we couldn't keep straight faces.
It must have been extra weird for Kristen to shoot those scenes because of the crazy contraption that was built. In order to create Bella's dramatic weight loss after breaking her spine and while going into labor, the crew had a special prop table built. Kristen's real legs were safely hidden in a secret chamber, while emaciated prop legs were placed on top of the table. Craziness! Now, you're probably wondering, what was the other scene we were talking about when we mentioned the bad weather? Well, it was none other than Bella and Edward's wedding. Even though the scene was set to take place in August, the day felt nothing like a warm summer day. The days allocated for filming this scene were so incredibly cold that the actors and extras would huddle up under blankets and parkas as soon as the camera stopped rolling. Brrr! At least they can make one another laugh to keep warm. Not only did Stephenie Meyer make a cameo appearance as one of the guests at the wedding, but she also chose the wedding dress designer Caroline Herrera. The estimated cost of the dress is about $35,000 as it's made from crepe satin, chantilly lace, and has 152 buttons along the back. Wow. Another reason to laugh on the set of Twilight? Well, the wolves. Yes, the wolves. It's a wonder Kristen Stewart could keep a straight face acting opposite Taylor Lautner dressed in his non-reflective gray outfit. Kristen isn't the only one who had to keep a straight face. When the Cullens find out about the army of fresh vamps headed for Forks and arrange a temporary alliance with the werewolves, they meet the pack in the forest. But behind the scenes, there were actually white cardboard cutouts of the wolves. I mean, they had to look at something, right? Want more to laugh about? Have a look at some of our other behind the scenes funny moments videos. Subscribe, and as always, stay awesome.